As we are waiting for our DV 2025 results, today I want to talk about this mistake of which some of you are doing it, especially people who are already selected as DV lottery winners. Okay, like in DV 2024. Many of you are still doing this mistake, and yet there are a lot of videos on YouTube. Very many content creators, they talk about this mistake. They always advise all selectees not to do the mistake of resigning from your job, selling your property, and making non-refundable flights even before you finish your interview. This scenario happened. One of my followers, he was here in this country, Qatar. I will not mention his name, but he made the mistake. He even asked me about his situation. Of course, I advised him that don't resign, just ask for emergency. If you see that your interview period has reached, just ask for emergency leave and go. You finish your interview, you finish your medical, and then you come back after you have received your visa. But he asked me, I give him my advice, but he did not take the advice. He just went and resigned and go back home. He did the medical, he went for interview, but at the end, he failed the interview. And he was crying that he lost the job. He even sold some of his properties to get money for medical and to facilitate his journey from Uganda to Kenya to do the interview. My friend, for everyone who is even familiar with DV Lottery website, when you go there, I think you have ever seen where there is steps from applying to the end of the interview. I think there are like 12 steps, but they even put there the notes on the website. I'm going to read it for you because it is here with me now. They said, important applicant notes. It says like this. Based on the US law, not everyone who applies for visa will be found eligible to come to United States. You understand? There are a number of possible reasons why someone might not qualify for a visa. The circumstances of each case are different. Approved visas generally are not available on the day of interview. So what they are trying to mean, even if you are selected as a DV lottery winner, it is not automatic that you are already in the US. There is a process which you have to pass through, and you might fail in one of the process. You might go for medical and you don't pass. You might go for interview and you didn't pass, or you fail to provide the required documents and you fail from there. So if you have sold your properties and even you resigned from your job, that means you are going to stay in a depression because you will see that you have lost everything. You will see that you have lost everything is gone just because you did not listen and you did not make necessary research. Because they say, prepare yourself thoroughly well so that you can go for interview when you are prepared 100%. Okay? So, people doing that mistake. The note C, it also says, it is important that you do not make arrangements such as selling your house, car, or property, resigning from your job, or making non-refundable flights or other travel arrangements until you have received your immigration visa. So that is it. You are only supposed to sell or resign from your job after when you have finished to pass your interview and when you have finished to receive your visa in the passport. That is when you are supposed to resign and start making the bookings of the flights, selling what you want to sell so that you can get all the money needed for you to travel. But people, you are doing this mistake. There is enough time for you to collect this money, for especially money for medical. When the results come from May, you have like 6 months or even 8. Some you might have even a full year before you do your interview. So in that period, just make sure that you start saving money for that process. That is in case you are selected. But after even approved that you are selected in May, start right away to save some of the money for medical. The most money which is needed is for medical. Because once you finish medical, that one, and you go for your interview, you will be able to do the interview. If you pass, then that is when you come back and resign. You start selling your property rather than selling your properties even before you go for medical. Don't do that mistake, guys. Stop doing that mistake. It is not called for. Guys, stop doing that mistake. Some of you might go even in depression. You start killing yourself, causing suicide to yourself just because you have lost all the hope. You have failed the visa. You have failed the interview. So you see that the life has ended. Guys, watch out. This is Chris Media 22.